Welcome to another episode of How Do I File? All right. And we're just going to help you file different claims in this series. As always, brought to you by the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute. Today, we're going to talk about how do I file that hypertension claim. All right. And what we'll show you how to do is we'll talk about the different types of evidence that satisfy that in-service element. We'll also show you what needs to be in your medical record so you can get that rating. And we'll talk about the nexus of it all, right? And as always, thank you guys for the support. Thank you for purchasing the products and the courses. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for using these tools, right? And proving to us that they are as valuable as we thought they were, right? Continue to use them, continue to allow them to help you, and then continue to share them as well, right? We do this for you. Learn the information, and most importantly, use the information, all right? That's what it's about. Enjoy. All right, welcome to how do I file my hypertension claim. All right, so first we'll pull up the tracker, then we'll pull up the rating schedule, and we'll show you how to fill it out, and we'll keep it under 8 minutes, right? Not even 10, we'll go 8 minutes. All right, so let's first go to Google. All right, it all starts with Google. Okay, so at Google, we're pulling up the tracker first, CHKI, helpful veteran. Right, press enter, and that'll bring you to the site, helpful veteran. So we click on that link to take us to the site. Institute. This is the helpful veteran section of military experience and training that could be very valuable for any veteran going into the workforce, right? Just to get it gives a snapshot of your knowledge, skills, and abilities that you gained while you were in the service. So we keep scrolling down. We have other resources as well that before you file micro learning course, before you file your VA claim, this is the course that could change the way you see things when you walk into that office. And then here we have that create your disability claims track list. We'll click on that, start now, and that downloads the tracker for us. All right. So the claim that we're filing for is hypertension. So we're going to pull up the rating schedule as well. So we'll stop sharing that, and then we will bring back up Google again, all right, to bring up that rating schedule. And every rating schedule is in the Code of Federal Regulations. So we're going with the ECFR 38. Department of Veterans Affairs Disabilities is Title 38 of the Code of Federal Regulations. Rating schedule. ECFR 38 rating schedule. Press enter. And right here at the top, we click on that link for ECFR. All right. And once again, that claim that we're filing for is hypertension. So when we get into the rating schedule, the first thing we want to do is that is the find function. So we'll do that Control F. All right. What we're looking for is hypertension. 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 All right. And the common filing that we see for hypertension is 7101, and that is hypertensive vascular disease, right? And this is based off of your blood pressure readings. The systolic pressure is the first number, diastolic is that second number, right? So if you say 100 over 110, the 100 would be the systolic pressure, that 110 would be the diastolic pressure, right? So when you're looking at your blood pressure reading, this is how you will be rated. If you have diastolic pressure of predominantly 110 or more, that's a 20% rating. Or systolic pressure predominantly 200 or more, 20% rating. Diastolic pressure predominantly 120 or more, 40% rating, right? And the rating schedule goes so on and so forth. Predominantly, what that means is, let's say you have 10 blood pressure readings, and at least 6 of them show diastolic pressure of 120 or more, that is a 40% rating. All right. So this is the rating schedule. And you have that claims tracker as well. So let's show you how to put it on the claim tracker. All right, so we'll stop sharing there. Here's the tracker. So that condition we're filing for, we put in hypertension, Hypertension. In-service event or diagnosis. So with hypertension, let's say we got diagnosed in 2017, separated in 2018, but diagnosed in 2017. Right? Current medical diagnosis with date of diagnosis. We were diagnosed in service, so we don't really need the current medical diagnosis. We're still getting those blood pressure readings. Time between that in-service event and current diagnosis. Once again, diagnosed in the service. And that time from separation to filing a claim, we separated in 2018, we're filing in 2023, so that's 5 years. And we've had, let's say, 5 doctor visits and separation. And do we have a nexus letter? No. We do not have a nexus letter because, once again, the condition was diagnosed while we were in the service. In terms of current medical diagnosis, and this is where you can put your readings, right? Let's say you have systolic of predominantly 110, or yeah, we'll say 110, diastolic. I don't know if that's spelled correctly, you know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's say diastolic predominantly 120, right? So you look at your reading, you say, this is on average about what my readings are showing. So let's just look at the rating schedule to see what that would be. Systolic 110, diastolic 120. What do we say? Systolic 110, diastolic 120. So diastolic 120, that would be a 40% rating, right? And make sure you're getting the medical attention that you need, taking the treatment that you need, right? Keeping yourself as healthy as you can. But this is the information. If you see this information of diastolic pressure predominantly 120 or more, that is a 40% rating. All right. You don't have to put the rating on here. You don't even, I would say, not to try to anticipate what they're going to rate, but you want to know the evidence that you have, right? So that is a hypertension claim diagnosed in 2017. Your readings predominantly systolic 110, diastolic 120. You separated 5 years ago, been on 5 doctor visits since then, no nexus letter, right? So you would come into the office letting them know this information about your hypertension claim, right? Now you come in this squared away, you might get a standing ovation when you leave that office, all right? But that's it though. Use the tracker and then use that rating schedule to once again capture what you're going to file for. That way you're walking into that office with some clear expectations. All right. That's under 8 minutes, I believe. But yeah, that's it. And as always, continue to explore the most fascinating thing about your life. You.